Heidi, you'll love the next act. You'll love the next act because they are a woman.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Is it you?
Is it you next?
Yay!
Oh, sorry, it's not. No. They used to be a woman. They used to be a woman.
That's a hell of a way to come out, Jack.
Inclusive. Sorry.
Yeah, yet again.
Well, quite honestly, the first act, Liam, I can't remember his surname. So I'm like, is it Tuffy? Is it Tufty? Yeah, Mother. Yes, don't go. Stay. Stay a while. No, probably best. Alright. So now all the youngsters have gone now, so it was all the oldies. Now all the oldies are like, get out the way! I'm gonna get to the fucking car park, you bastards! And then all like the young girls are like, oh! No, just me. Ladies and gents, let's welcome on stage the wonderful, the magnificent Mr. Jem Stewart.
Lots to prepare. When it's only all falls to bits.
I troll the dating sites, hoping to find someone who might just share a coffee with me. And when we get to Costa, she really starts to foster some rapport with me. I think she might come back to mine to bring a happy ending to this story. But then she goes and spoils it all by saying something awful like, I'm Tory. The longer this goes on, the more I fear my chance has gone to have my end away. You might not think that matters much, but surely just a furtive touch would really make my day. That's what it all falls to bits. I think that there's no chance as I'm looking for romance among the classified ants. I don't know where to start as I peruse the lonely hearts. It drives me almost mad. I spot a lass, her profile's great, it must be fate, and I prepare for glory. But then she goes and spells it out by typing something awful like, I'm Tory. She's Tory. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm actually a poet and lyricist, and as such a frustrated musician. Mainly frustrated by the fact that I can't play an instrument, and obviously I can't fucking sing. But you know, I've been in the music industry for about 5 minutes, and I found out it's very shallow. When you're a bit of a handsome bastard like me, that doesn't really matter all that much. And so that was, I love Sinatra parodies. Don't we all recognise that as Sinatra, yeah? Oh, good, I can't be doing that bad. And as an aside, one of my first crushes when I was 10 years old, this dates me, that was Frank and Nancy, his daughter, and she was one of my first crushes. I was 10 years old, and I didn't know what it was, but I felt a stirring. I saw that picture of her in a white mini dress, and I felt something happening. I didn't know what it was. And she's 82 now, and I still would. So that tells you all you need to know about me. I'm going to do another Sinatra tribute, and this is it's actually a tribute to our Prime Minister. And I struggle with this one because I don't like to use his name. I usually refer to him as the peroxide-topped Shaggy. But even as a poet, I find that impossible to rhyme and scam. So this one's called Boris the Twat. Likes Laura Koonsberg, but not Eddie Mair. Uses balloons for brushing his hair. Pretends to jog in a crap bobble hat. And that's why Boris is a twat. He's heard of condoms, but can't put them on. Got Brexit done, but he knows it's a con. Hates Cobra meetings too much like hard work. And that's why Boris is a jerk. He likes it when there's nothing to do. It's set, drink and screw. He's shit, that's it. His interviews are usually a farce. And that's why Boris is an arse. In the pandemic, he fudged and he lied. Dallied and U-turned while 100k died. Buys IT lessons by dipping his wick. And that's why Boris is a prick. Spouts Greek and Latin and thinks that it's wit. All his ex-girlfriends think he's a complete shit. Like wearing hard hats in publicity stunts. And that's why Boris is probably the worst Prime Minister. There are such a filthy minds out there. He likes it when there's fuck all to do. It's set, drink and screw. He's shit. That's it. His interviews are usually a farce. And that's why Boris is an arse. Thank you. Now, when I first did my first stand-up set 3 years ago, which isn't all that impressive, considering I just had 2 years off, I got some actual advice from an actual professional comedian, and he said, Jem, he said, bit of advice, he said, avoid dividing the room. Try not to swear and avoid politics. So that's working out well, isn't it? But anyway, I got to be thinking, what can I do that would, what can I do that's a more family-friendly sort of vibe? You know, so I can do it at 10-year-olds' parties and that sort of stuff. And I thought, I know, Sound of Music. Everyone loves Sound of Music. Nuns, Nazis, Idolize, what's not to love? So I thought I'd do a parody of my favourite things. And to give it a universal appeal, I thought I'd call it Julie Andrews, Fuck You. So, this is my tribute to my favourite things. Casual misogyny, catcalling women, beaches and rivers too shitty to swim in. Those Facebook statuses with the word blessed, these are some things I can't help but detest. Local lay-bys that I use just for jogging, dogging. I can't even do your dirty lines. Spy camera photos of Matt Hancock snogging. Replacement bus service making me late. These are some things that I can't help but hate. Watching an England team managed by Keegan, sharing a lift with a flatulent Regan. Newspaper photographs of Michael Gove. These are some things that I can't help but loathe. When the sun's out and there's no doubt summer's here to stay, I simply remember some unfavourite things and then I don't feel okay. If I was Julie Andrews, which clearly I'm not, I would just sing those same 3 verses again, which kind of loses its impact, wouldn't it, really? So I've written 3 extra verses just for you and a new chorus. How's that for value for money?
Hey.
Thank you. I'll just
You're welcome.
I've got 3 like, I promise you.
Off you go. It's not. Nice one.
People on trains shouting into their mobiles a St. George's Cross on their Twitter profile, not covering their hand with their mouth when they cough. Not covering their mouth with their hand when they cough. These are some things which always piss me off. EDL marches and BNP meetings reading what vile Katie Hopkins is tweeting. Hollywood stars giving coke up for Lent. These are all things that I view with contempt. Hydroponic tomatoes and factory farm salmon, men in golf jumpers with faces like gammon. IKEA furniture missing some bits, all guaranteed to get right on my tits. When it's Friday and it's my day to just chill a bit, I seem to remember these unpleasant things and life can become quite shit. Thank you. Now, Jack's been very kind. He's allowing me to promote my book. Because I know you're all asking, Jem, what did you do during lockdown apart from lots of shitty songs? I put together a collection of poetry. It's 72 pages, 52 poems. Some of them are funny, some of them are downright miserable. And it's got a picture of my dog peeing up the back of the transit van on the cover. What more do you want for a fiver? So, as we've got a bit of time, because we've got a no-show, haven't we? Shall I do 1 poem at the end? I'll try and pick a moderately funny one for you. And the collections are a fiver.
Oh, you do 2 apparently.
And they go for charity. I can do 2, can I? Yeah. Right, okay. I'll do a couple of pandemic-related poems. 1 moment.
This is
That's my dog.
Oh.
Right, a couple of pandemic-related poems, should we say? I'm going to do the first one, is Singing the Lockdown Blues. Here we are, stuck at home in the midst of a pandemic. Let's post a meme on Facebook or join Twitter for polemic. Don't dress, don't shave, don't comb your hair or bother with a shower. Every minute stuck at home seems more like an hour. The dogs are restless, the kids are bored, the wife just drives you mad. I'm finding CDs alphabetically, yes, things have got that bad. I'm running out of books and magazines too. I'm taking the cornflakes packet just to read it in the loo. I'm sick to death of hearing nosy thinking they know what's best. Tell us what the science is, for fuck's sake, give it a rest. Eating gives a narrow view of life for you through a prism, but coronavirus gives not a single shit for your exceptionalism. Don't gather in groups of 6 or more unless money changes hands, and no trips to the theatre or to watch your favourite bands. Wear a mask, don't travel unless you're an MP or a spad. The message clear to the little people, suckers, you've been had. Why don't you all just worry about banning Land of Hope and Glory, Muslims stopping Poppy Day, some other fairy story. We told you one thing last week, now we're saying the reverse, and it's your fault, not Cummings, that things are getting worse. And as if you haven't had enough of coronavirus, this is called Ode to a Virus. Corona doesn't care if you're atheist or Anglican, whether you're a Buddhist or a visitor to the Vatican. This pathogen's not fussy, there's no discernment in a virus. Not bothered who you vote for, that you don't like Miley Cyrus. It's just the latest in a series of respiratory disorders, one that doesn't have to wave a blue passport at our borders. Germs don't require visas, they're totally free to roam, while the fear of influenza keeps us all cooped up at home. We prepare for the apocalypse and not just self-isolation. Buying enough Andrex to last till Prince Andrew's coronation. the only thing I truly fear if I'm stuck in quarantine is running low on Java. I'm a grouch without caffeine. I've stopped watching news at 10, hearing Boris invoke the Blitz. His pound shop Churchill tribute that gets right on my throaty bits. I'm sick of all the Facebook experts and their theories on causation. Just paint a red cross on my door, I'm out of circulation. Thank you.